back to the channel. We are continuing to work on our $1,000 backhoe off Facebook Marketplace. In the last video, we changed a slug of hydraulic lines, and I'm just choosing to ignore this from now because I have $371, I think 120 some odd dollars, and then like, I don't know, 200 and some odd stuffed in under there. I'm tired of hydraulic lines for now. We got to see how poogied this transmission is. In the very first video, you saw we could slam this thing in and out of gear no matter what. It would never grind a gear. So best case scenario, it's an adjustment. I highly doubt it. This is a poogied old backhoe, clapped out old girl. Best guess, something on the input shaft has gave up the ghost. I don't know if it's splines. I don't know if it's a clutch that has disintegrated. No clue. Clutch pedal seems to do nothing. So we're going to start investigating. I talked to my local New Holland dealer. They said they actually would work on this thing. They said worst case scenario, if it's a torque converter machine, it would be about $8 grand. If it is not a torque converter machine, which I don't think this machine would be, it does not have a left-hand forward reverser, it would be $2,400 less. So still a whole lot of money to throw at a flogged out old backhoe. So we're just going to keep spelunking. They said pull your starter and peek in there and see if you can see any carnage, because if it's like the Ford 4500 forklift that they actually have on site, he said there's like some fingers in there that just get worn off to nothing, and then the machine will do nothing. So that's where we're going to start. I got an inspection cover. Let's get started. Right here is some kind of a timing cover. I have no clue. That's what we're going to take off first. So 4 bolts. Bolts are not very tight. Could be good, could be bad. Nothing to see there. We'll just go ahead, bolt that back up, and be done in that compartment. I think our next order of business is going to be removing these side panels. There's just 2 bolts in the top end. Bought this $60 like multi-tool, probably like 109 piece set from Harbor Freight. It's really cutting down on the trips to the shop. Crappy tools do get the job done. Don't let the keyboard commandos fool you. Okay. Kind of more evidence to me that whoever had this rig, I think this was an open station backhoe, and they like halfway found this cab and took the 2 and made 1. I have no clue. Need to get this freaking 1/4 inch plate out. This bolt is in backwards, and right there, that little upside down L bar is like locking it into the frame situation. So gonna go grab a grinder, cut that off, and then the bolt itself can go that way. It should have been installed from the reverse side with the nut on this side, and then I'm hoping it will slide that way far enough maybe that we won't have to cut this right here, this little goober welded flat stock. That is now driveway gravel. This cab has to be put on here, quote unquote, aftermarket. extra parts. Who would have knew? Ah, hey, woohoo! What is that? There's no way that's like a transmission disconnect. Let's find out. I doubt it. But if that got bumped and took it out of gear or something, that would be freaking incredible. Man, that thing starts good. So we got this lever here, right here. No clue what it does. Does not seem to be broken off, like it goes through the floor or something. About the wheels aren't spinning. Let's flip it while it's in. Nothing. Okay. Wishful thinking. No clue what that lever does right there. If you know, please, please, please comment below. I knew we weren't going to get that lucky. This leads me to my next line of inquiry. This is the clutch linkage. And I have no illusions that I'm sure it's not an adjustment. However, I have a buttload of threads in this yoke here, and I have fresh bolts, still loose bolts. Pretty sure that's a metric bolt jammed on. Oh yes, that is a metric nut on a standard bolt. We had some premium wrenching going on here. Interesting that we have a shiny, untight bolt on this. So probably the guy confirmed it wasn't a clutch and then threw it on Marketplace and said, hey, it needs a clutch. Good luck, guys. Oh, so typical when you buy anything on there. But I digress. It's a $1,000 hoe. Wow, that was under tension. Ah, that's still free, so that's interesting. Say someone was in here adjusting stuff. Let's fire it back up now and see if we have any action. Oh, we had grindage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have grindage. We have grindage. We are going to start it in gear. See here, we want first gear and we want low range. I can already see the neutral disconnect wires have been long since deleted. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a spinning transmission. Ah! Oh yeah! We've got a clutch issue. Yes! Yes! She's not a complete basket case, ladies and gentlemen. We have a spinning transmission. So now the only question I have, is it an adjustment issue or in fact is the clutch out? Since this linkage was completely under tension like full time, I'm kind of assuming the clutch is out, but we're going to put it in where we can just slide the bolt into the yoke and see if we can freaking shift gears. Like, this is getting exciting. Okay, this linkage here has like an inch of free travel, so I don't think that would do anything for us. So I'm just going to, let's see, when we push down, that would pull that direction. So maybe we tighten that up just a scooch muffin. Too much. There's no way this is just an adjustment. There's no way. Let's go find out. We have our custom 5-gallon bucket hydraulic oil seat installed. Let's fire this puppy up. Clutch to the floor. I think we can leave it in low range. Okay, I actually heard the engine change a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, first gear. We didn't have it in low range. Let's try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, it may not have enough clutch to pull itself along, but we did just prove that our transmission is not a basket case. Oh yeah, $1,000 hoe. Okay, I went and got an 1.5-inch bolt so it won't be so goofy, and then a nylon lock nut. That's what that thing's supposed to have, I'm sure, or some kind of a jam nut situation. I'll just tighten this up. Oh, we can go a little bit more. Perfect. Yep, good engagement. We got a thread sticking out the far side of the nylock. Having accomplished that, we are going to slap the tires back on and see if we can push with it, or see if the clutch is truly out. Pull up our stabilizer. Must be a tough spot there. Whoa, doggy, whoa, doggy. Oh yeah, look at that delicious oil flying everywhere. Yummy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see if we can drive the $1,000 hoe. I have no clue if it has brakes. I have no clue if it has clutch. And I have no clue if it's going to go under this gantry crane. But we're going to find out together. Hit that like button. getting excited. See if we actually have a clutch. We already know we have first gear. Let's try third. See if it hesitates. Didn't seem like it did. Honey. Got a really strong arm, that steering. I'm sure it's dry. But she's a $1,000 hoe, ladies and gentlemen. 5-gallon seat. 5-gallon bucket seat, I should say. What a freaking peach. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a test of the clutch. If it goes into the pile and it kills it, or it spins the back wheels, we have a clutch. If it just goes into the pile and just sits there and the engine doesn't bog down much, the clutch is slipping. Wish me luck. Ladies and gentlemen, the $1,000 backhoe has a good clutch. She starts up. I think this is going to be a good runner for us. I really think, as clapped out and as flogged as she is, I think this old pony's got a few more years in her. Good front rubber. I talked to a good buddy of mine about some new skins for the rear. We still got hydraulic lines to chase down before we were to tackle new tires. But what a peach. I, for the life of me, cannot find a serial tag anywhere on the thing, so if someone could help me identify this as a Ford 4500, that would be awesome. Comment below if you know where the heck the serial tag is. Next videos on this, I would say we'll probably do a full service. I think she's worth it. I think she's worth keeping around. I think it could still be a quote-unquote profitable machine, we'll say. I'd like to thank everyone that came along on the adventure, getting the old $1,000 hoe back into operation. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.